Yeah, I'm pretty
I've
relaxed.
got some questions here that may cause you not to be relaxed.
Uh-oh.
That's Romulan Ale, by the way.
All right.
So, is this your first time in North Wales?
No.
No! Really?
I own a farm here with many sheep. Just kidding. Actually, this is my second time. I was in Wrexham last year for Wales Comic Con. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I bet you never thought the voyage would bring you this far out, though, did you?
No, we're quite far away from a lot of things here.
It's like civilization.
Yes.
Internet.
Yes. And we don't have this idea of a holiday park in America. We don't. I mean,
Yeah, you have trailer parks.
we have trailer parks, but it's you
Which
don't talk about going to a trailer park in America.
They have an entirely different clientele.
Yes, yes. It's more of the Breaking Bad clientele that live in trailer parks. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, let's talk to Garrett before we bring Ensign Kim on, shall we?
Sure.
What inspired you to become an actor?
Growing up as a kid, my idol was a impersonator by the name of Rich Little. Rich Little could do any voice of any person in history, practically. So, as a kid, I always practiced doing my impersonations of different celebrities and different accents, and I really loved doing that, and I thought maybe that's what my career would be.
Can you give us a couple of your accents here now?
Maybe.
Could you do a few to order?
Okay.
Okay, which accent would you like to hear? Welsh! Oh, Welsh! All right! Ladies and gentlemen, Garrett Wang will now be a Welsh starship ensign.
Pass.
Scottish.
A Scottish
Yeah.
brogue? Oh my god. God, you guys put me on the spot. You really did. You know, I mean, it's so funny because when you're in the UK, you guys have terminology or vocabulary that no American even understands. And I just learned the other day the word chuffed. I'm chuffed to be in Scarborough. What does that mean? I don't know.
Trust me, nobody would ever be chuffed to be in Scarborough.
Oh my god. Well, let's just stick with Star Trek, okay? So we'll do,
Okay, maybe accents later when he's had a few drinks, because he's out
No,
here tonight.
but I would say Star Trek accent, as in maybe...
Right, okay.
Hi, my name is George Takei.
Oh boy.
I'm so glad to be here in Wales.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Were you actually a Star Trek fan growing up?
Yes, I was a Star Trek fan growing up. I was a sci-fi fan growing up. The very first science fiction that I saw was 1977 Star Wars in the movie theater. I was hooked on science fiction after seeing Star Wars, and I do believe that you can be a fan of Star Wars and Star Trek equally. It's not. There should be no bad feelings or ill feelings from one genre to the other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
Yes, IDLC.
So, tell me about Kim's character arc. How did the character grow over the 7 years of their, well, is it a mission? They just got lost, didn't they, really?
Yeah. Well, Kim was basically the punching bag of Voyager. Anytime anyone got, had to be tortured or beaten up, it was Kim, always. Kim was the operations.
Hair, couldn't they?
Yeah. Kim was the operations and communications officer. Now, so he held two roles, right? And if you look back at the other Star Treks, TNG had no communications officer, but they did have our operations officer, Data. The original series had no operations officer, but they did have a communications officer, Uhura. So I always say that Kim is the love child of Data and Uhura. But the character, it's interesting because what a lot of people don't know, someone's like, oh my. What a lot of people don't know is after all the actors were cast on Voyager, Rick Berman, the executive producer, he called a lunch meeting with all of us, and he said, congratulations on getting your job on Voyager, and For all of you people, all the characters, all the actors here that are playing human characters, I need you to downplay your acting. I need you to be more two-dimensional, more militaristic, more wooden, and I'm sitting here going, what? And he then told us that this was the only way to make the aliens look real. And then he proceeded to say, if any of you diverge from my mandate, you will get a memo in your trailer telling you to reshoot that scene. So I tried, season 1, I was like, all right, I'm gonna put a little extra emotion right here. Sure enough, I got a little memo that says, you'll be reshooting scene 56 next week. About 6 months later, I tried it again, tried to put a little bit more emotion. I got another memo, so I gave up after that. But I highly disagree with his thinking. I think Berman made a big mistake there. So season 1, I reshot 2 scenes. Janeway, Kate Mulgrew, reshot about 35 to 40 scenes. There are scenes where she was crying. Season 1, do you ever see Janeway cry? Season 1, no, you don't see any of this stuff. And that kind of made me angry because why would you tell the humans to dial it down on the emotions when we're made of emotions, So if I had to do it again, I would probably try to sneak a little bit more emotion into it.